Good morning and welcome to another edition of Inside Lowell. This Inside Lowell podcast is coming to you from WellPoint Studios. WellPoint, the only health plan offering healthcare benefits exclusively to Massachusetts GIC members. At WellPoint, your whole health is their whole point. Thank you and welcome to another edition of Tea Time. I'm super excited. I have some wonderful guests with me here today. We will be speaking about the City of Lights that will be coming up this month in the next couple of weeks, and we would love to provide you with some more information. So, joining me in the studio, we have Ms. Laura Lamarre Anderson, who is co-owner, this is for her daughter because we don't want any trouble, of Lala Books, but she's the owner. And then we have Peter Crewe, who's director of our cultural affairs and special events. And then Erin Duffy, who is with our case department as well. And she's the cultural affairs coordinator. Thank you all so much for joining. And please tell us a little bit about City of Lights for those who may not know, and then what people can expect for this year.
Sure. So thanks, Tanisha, for having us. We're really excited as always with City of Lights. It's one of our favorite events of the year. I know it's a real tradition in Lowell that people love. Coming up this year on Saturday, November 30th, will be City of Lights Day. We'll have a bunch of free family activities for kids going on throughout the afternoon, and of course, our big City of Lights parade will be starting at 4:30 that afternoon, culminating in the lighting of City Hall and the Wanalancet smokestack Christmas tree. You can find out sort of all the information about City of Lights on lowellcityoflights.org for sort of the full schedule of things. And it's just we're really it's become such a tradition in Lowell, and we're really excited to kick the holidays off.
Nice. And Erin, help us out here
Yeah,
as the coordinator.
yeah. So I would love to just go ahead and highlight specifically some of those family activities, and some of the accessibility measures that we're taking with City of Lights as well. So, for just some of those family friendly, everyone can come activities, we've got photos with Santa at City Hall, which is free. We have ornament making at the All Gallery on Market Street, which is also free. And then we have the Little Delights holiday cupcake decoration. That is free while supplies last. And then we also, of course, have the seasonal story time, which is with Laura Lamarre Anderson and the National Park Service. And to just go into our accessibility measures this year, we are having two of our family quiet spaces at Pollard Memorial Library and the National Park Visitor Center. So anybody who needs kind of a break from all the festivities, anybody who is neurodivergent, nursing parents, young children, anybody can go and kind of just take a breather at these spaces. Nice. So we want to highlight that.
That's awesome to have things like that. That's very important and sometimes, well, I should say often overlooked.
Absolutely.
So that's awesome. So, story time.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things to do. I used to be an elementary school teacher, and that's one of the things I miss about the classroom is reading out loud to kids. So thrilled when Peter reached out and was looking for some storytime readers. And I love that we're going over to the national park so we can gather a couple of community readers and really make it a great collaborative event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something magical about story time. I still like it myself.
All ages.
Yeah. I love listening to books.
Absolutely.
Because I drive so much. I'm like, sometimes I want to sit and read, but I'm like, I'm going to have to get this on Audible.
Well, you can get it from Lala Books too, by the way, just saying.
No, absolutely. So let people know who may not know you. I don't know who doesn't know of Lala Books, but, just give us a little information on that.
We opened the store 3.5 years ago. We're right on Market Street, just across from the National Park Visitor Center. Mm-hmm. And we have books for everybody, all ages, a large children's section, a bit of used book section in the back, and just, every genre possible. You can also get audiobooks through us, through our partners with Libro FM, and we mail books all over the country as well. So we try to reach everybody.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I'm very excited about this. I'm definitely going to come by and get some story time.
Well, I'm still choosing stories,
Okay.
but I'm really excited about this one, The House Without Lights, because it helps to show community. Not everybody celebrates Christmas, but everybody can get together and celebrate. So the house is very sad that it doesn't have lights when everyone else in the neighborhood does. But then later on, for a different holiday, the holiday of Eid, it is lit up, and then and just both holidays in different ways bring the community together, and all around that light. So I'm really happy with this one, given the City of Lights theme.
Yes, yes. And what are the other ones?
So
because I see you got a little stack here.
I've got a stack of things
where do I
I'm
need to buy?
considering, right? So gift is really fun because Santa Claus ran into some turbulence and dropped a lot of packages. So the little rabbit went and kind of collected them and helped Santa, and then got to go along for the ride on the sled. So that was kind of cool. I love that. And then you can't not do 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, right?
That's a classic.
And I love the Jan Brett version, but there are like a million versions. So I'm thinking of bringing every version that we have, just so people can see different illustrations. But it's the same great poem that we all know.
So I was gonna say it's the same, but it's just different.
It's the same.
Okay.
The Clement Moore's poem, but just different illustrations.
Yeah.
So they're all great.
I love that. Night Before.
This is not Christmassy, but snowing. So this poor little Leonard is so excited to go out for his first snow, but all of his siblings have lost something. So Leonard spends most of the day just helping them get everything they need to get outside until he finally gets to go out.
Oh,
Yeah.
we love you, Leonard.
Right?
We love you for that.
And this one, actually, the authors are coming into the store on the weekend before City of Lights. Yeah, November 24th. So these authors will be in the store, and then I might also read it at time. But it's she lives in a cramped apartment, and so she wants the most humongous Christmas tree. But of course, Dad's like, I'm not hauling that across the city.
Not doing it.
There's a little bit of compromise happening, and it's also a combination of cultures because one parent is Pakistani and one parent is from Maine, and so they're combining all of their cultures for their Christmas. So I really love that one. So come see the authors on the 24th at the store.
The 24th.
November 24th,
November
11 a.m.
24th.
story time. We have picture book authors
I like
almost
it.
every
Tanisha,
month.
that's like half of my name. Tanisha.
There we go. So that's you.
She's my cousin.
Yeah, and for the Storytime event, we're really excited to be working with Laura and the National Park. Through them, we're going to be able to project, I think, at least one book up on the screen as well, helping to sort of make things accessible and show off all the great illustrations. And we're also bringing the library into the mix too, and the bookmobile will be outside the visitor center as well. So you'll be able to check out books and register for library cards and do all that stuff. So it'll be a really fun kickoff to the day.
I love that. That's awesome.
We'll also have coloring pages available.
Yes.
So definitely
Very
don't miss that.
I love coloring. I'm not ashamed to say it.
Same.
Yeah.
It's so relaxing.
Absolutely.
And then it says Small Business Saturday also.
Yeah, it is also Small Business Saturday. So we always try to reach out to vendors who don't have their own storefronts. So we're going to have 3 different vendors in our store selling their goods. So they will be Special Bunny Knits. There's lots of great knitted items. She's a fan favorite. Fabulous hats. So come get those. Ginger Dog Snacks, self-explanatory. So don't forget your puppy on Christmas. And then a business called Cultivate Cleaner, which does a lot of upcycled material. They have fabulous like earrings and household goods and lots of great things. So they're all local artists. They're all in the Greater Lowell area, and you'll get to shop with them as well as at the bookstore.
Awesome.
There's also a lot of really fabulous businesses in downtown. So as you're wandering around as part of City of Lights, you want to head down to all of those at, the little general store, the little pop-up, Galleria. Like there's so many great places to stop into.
Yeah, my friend Maria owns Galleria.
Yeah.
Maria owns Galleria.
Yeah.
Actually, these are from her.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. We want to support our small businesses.
Absolutely. And while you are supporting small businesses, in an effort to celebrate Small Business Saturday, the city has made parking in select city-owned garages free on November 30th. So there's free parking in city-owned garages, with the exception of the HCID garage and the Lower Locks garage. But those downtown garages, the Early Garage, the Market Street Garage, John Street Garage, all free. So definitely take the opportunity to shop.
You heard it here from Erin. From her lips to God's ears. No parking payments. That's awesome. I'm up already for that. Anything else that we need to go over that people should know about the event?
Sure. So the one thing that we haven't talked about, but it's also really that we're really excited about launching this year, is a new event that DIY Lowell is producing. It's called the Yuletide Market. You can find out information about that at yuletidemarket.org. That'll be right up on JFK Plaza, all day Saturday afternoon as well as Sunday afternoon. And they'll be featuring about 24 local vendors from around the region, and sort of a very diverse mix of different items as well. So that's going to be going on Saturday. The Milk and Sugar sort of dessert truck will be there. Hopefully Brewed Awakenings coffee truck will be there as well. Our friends from the Rotary will be there doing marshmallow roasting. And then Saturday night at the market, we're working with DIY to add sort of a musical concert element. So right after the City Hall and the Christmas tree lights come on, we want everybody to come up, check out the market. We'll have some live music by local band, the Eclectic Brew, there as well. So it'll be a really fun day. That's going to be a really fun event, also geared towards the work that Laura and others are doing in really elevating our artist community and makers community, and really helping showcase that. So we're really excited about that. And then since Erin did bring up parking, want to emphasize parking are free, but for people to pay close attention to road closures and parking restrictions on that day, because we do need to close some streets and restrict some on-street parking to allow for the parade. So we want people to pay attention to that, especially on Jackson Street, where no parking will be allowed after 10 a.m. on Saturday morning as we get prepped for the parade. And we'll be posting all of that online.
Yeah.
And just make sure you pay attention to the signage.
Right. And for the full lineup, where should we direct people to go if they want more information or just to see the schedule of events?
Yeah. So people can go to lowellcityoflights.org. That's our event website. They can also go to Lowell City of Lights on Facebook. That is our page specifically for the City of Lights event, and we post all of the information there. They can also message us on that page, and we'll respond with any questions.
Perfect. Wonderful. Well, thank you all so much.
So
what's up?
Before we go to
I'm just kidding. We're not edit that.
City of Lights wouldn't be possible without the support of our sponsors and partners for this event. So I do just want to take a moment to thank them as well. Particularly Eastern Salt and Mahoney Oil, Enterprise Bank, Jeanne d'Arc Credit Union, Pride Star Trinity EMS, Nancy Donahue, WellPoint, who I also know is a big supporter of Inside Lowell.
Thanks, WellPoint.
Market Basket, the Lowell 5-cent Savings Bank, and then particularly all the work that Danielle McFadden and the Chamber of Commerce do supporting our events, the Convention and Visitors Bureau, it's really a network of organizations and sponsors that make events like this possible. So we do want to take a moment to just thank them as well for all the
Yes,
work they do.
thank you all. Also contributors to the community, which is
Indeed.
great too.
Indeed.
Because it's one thing to write a check, but it's another thing to show up. And I feel like I can name people from all of these different sponsors you listed. I'm like, yeah, that's what they do. It's all about community. And that's why events like this are so beautiful for the community.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because people are intentional in what they're doing. So thank you all very much.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. My pleasure. Thank you for joining us, Miss Laura, Peter, Erin, and the Lowell City. We appreciate you, and we love what's going to happen on the 30th. And just to reiterate again, the website is lowellcityoflights.org. Thank you for joining us on another edition of Inside Lowell Tea Time. Please don't forget to go to lowellcityoflights.org to find out more information on the event that's coming up on November 30th for the Lowell City of Lights celebration. Appreciate everyone. Have a wonderful weekend and be safe. All right, bye.